So we're in the middle of a cave in the monsoon season, and the tour guide just told us we've got to hurry up, it's going to start raining. We're going to the Millennium Cave.
The Millennium Cave is situated in south-central Santo. After about a 45-minute drive from the town of Loganville, we made our first stop. From here, we had about a 15-minute walk, which takes us through a coconut plantation and across a bit of a sketchy bamboo bridge, leading us to the village of Funasef.
It's a bit slippery, eh? I feel like you're just going to walk like straight through it. Oh, I nearly fell over this man. Almost slipped over a few times. Bamboo bridge is pretty wild. We don't ask if he's okay, we just laugh. Run, Brooke, run! You have to go fast. Where's your shoe, bro? But Stillman Bob.
The Stillman Bob.
Stillman mud. Stillman mud.
Stolen shoe.
Little push.
Once we arrived in the Nakamal building, we were given our life jackets and a torch. We'll need this later on, and you'll see why.
Are you excited?
You're in that life jacket, so we don't drown.
After receiving these, we had a bit of a walk ahead of us. It took us about 2 hours to walk through narrow jungle paths, go across creeks, through cascades, until we reached the entrance of the cave. Up here in the mountains, it rains pretty much every afternoon. So the track was very slippery, making it a bit of an interesting walk. Heading toward the cave now. We've got to get our face painted first and then we head into the cave from there. Let's go. As we didn't bring lunch because we didn't want to carry too much with us, the tour guide found some bananas along the way and was nice enough to grab them for us. As you can see in this video, our tour guide is banging against the root of the tree. They use this as a form of communication instead of a radio. It makes a very loud bellowing noise that travels through the jungle and they can hear it from a very long way away. He was letting the other tour guide know where we had made it along the track, and again it was a way of him communicating to them that we were okay. Before entering the cave, our tour guide applied this face paint, which is used as a symbolic etching from clay paste. They do this to ensure safe passage through the river and the cave.
Adios, we're going to pick up the speed because he's heard thunder. We've all heard thunder, and if it rains up in the mountains for too long, it can be quite dangerous in the cave and in the canyon. So,
as Sandy said, we just heard thunder, which is not a good sign when you're about to enter a water-filled cave, which is pretty much a tunnel for a flash flood. The tour guide said pick up the speed. If we were happy to go ahead to do so, however we had to be quick.
She thought I was giving her the camera, but it's pretty wild. You need all your head. I'll try my best video, and we got to make a move because it's going to start raining, and then oh shit, look at that. That's the cave there. Oh. That's like 50 meters. That's unreal. And we got to swim in there. What is that? Go fast because it might be raining. He said you're gonna go fast because it's gonna be raining up there. Woo! Hey, it's like woo!
It was now time to pull out the torches. We had arrived at the cave. It's about a half an hour walk to get to the other side of the cave. It was a wild experience. The roof is up to 50 meters high. They don't actually know how high it is because there's so much false information out there, but it was pretty epic. Everybody had in the back of their mind to move fast, as cool as it was, because we didn't want to be stuck in there if there was a flash flood.
Look. inside. I swallows. Hectic. Alright guys, so we're in the middle of a cave in the monsoon season and the tour guide just told us that we've got to hurry up because it's going to start raining. And it's completely dark. I'm in the middle of this cave. There are swallows and bats. Look how tall the cave is. Over 100 meters tall. We've got to get out of here. You got to get out of here before it starts raining. As soon as you heard the thunder, you just bolted down these ladders and shit. What do you reckon? I reckon it's unreal. It's just like dark. Pretty fucking unreal. Monsoon season, probably not the best time to do it. That's better. Yeah, it's starting to rain. We still got canyons yet, and it's raining. I could get a bit hectic.
Made it!
It could get a bit hectic. It's raining in the canyons, but I would glad to get out of the cave. That's actually from. That was an experience. That's the height of the flood water. Oh, I wouldn't want to be here in a flood. That sucks. But yeah, that's unreal. That's pretty good. It's like a nice little walk, eh? Yeah. And then you just come out, elephant ear, banana plants. You can just chill. Relax, like having a pool in.
Although we got out of the cave just in time, we weren't out of the woods yet. We had another half an hour of canyoning before we get to the village again. This included rock climbing, climbing ladders, and a little bit extra, which you'll see soon.
So we must go fast. Yeah. Because it's raining.
Yeah, you will see lots of rain here.
Yep. High water flood. Very dangerous. Jack.
Worried about the rain because start of rain.
Yeah, so we're gonna bounce. It was quite funny. As soon as you heard the thunder, sprinted down the hill. They couldn't keep up, but we're gonna do what we can. Yeah.
Floating down.
Where you gotta jump?
Over there and then go that way.
You going first, Jack?
Oh,
He's quick, he's fast. He's got good hands. Nearly got the rock. Go, Bob! Pretty.
We had just completed the canyoning section of the walk when the thunder started. Luckily for us, the dangerous part was pretty much over. The tour guide said it would be safe from here if it did flood, because all we were doing was pretty much floating along the water until we got to our exit. It'd just be a fast trip in floodwater or a nice slow and calm trip like we had here.
Rain. It's trying to drown. No. No, it's raining, as you can see, and thundering.
Oh, it's so shit.
It's still going. It's still on the canyon bit, so we'll see if we get a big flush of brambles or not. Tsunami flood in the canyon. Woo! Proper raining.
proper racing one. Torrential rain, hitting down flood. All of them there. Proper pissing down. We had a bit here. This rain here start. The cave, he said it's no good when it starts to rain. We're very lucky.
Unfortunately, our relaxing float down the river came to an end. We now had quite a bit of a hike straight up a hill to get back to the village. It was brutal, but we made it in the end, and the thunder started properly.
She's dying. Look at that. Absolutely torrential rain. Literally, you can't even see the mountains anymore. You can just see silhouettes of little mountains and trees. Yeah. That's why I come to Vanuatu. Go, bro. Proper in the mountains of Vanuatu. Just been cave diving just before it started raining. And then canyoning, swimming through the canyons, the waterfall, and now it's torrential rain. That's our guide, who his father actually found the cave in 1977, has taken us through the cave and has all the experience, knows when it's going to rain. We are right in the middle of monsoon season right now, and he knows exactly what's up. So, that's meant to be a nice view out there. As you can see, blue skies over here, back towards the coast. We're on our way back to the village. But yeah, what an unreal experience that was. That was yeah, the best thing I've done in Vanuatu so far. Full lightning. Woo! Oh, that was a good one. The best thing I've done in Vanuatu, and that says a lot considering my favourite thing to do is spearfishing and shooting dogs with tuna. I've done that. So yeah, that was definitely up there with one of those things, so pretty unreal. Once in a lifetime experience, that's for sure. Shoo! Cornfield, manioc, onions, or straight onions as they call them, more manioc, bananas, island cabbage, corn, citrus.
Since we had finished the walk early because we were going so fast to avoid the rain, we were still waiting for the other guests to finish their tour. Our tour guide asked if we'd like to learn how to make kava, and we were all keen.
Kava's a root.
After collecting all the kava roots we needed, we then headed back to his nakamang to begin the processing. The first step of processing the kava is to remove all the skin. They do this using a knife as seen here. He then chopped up the root into little pieces, that way they're easier to grind and to clean. Sandy was lucky enough to be chosen to do the grinding, which is a bit of a workout. You can see here they're just using a meat grinder, but it does the job.
It comes out like little rabbit pellety.
Yeah, bro, they're just meat grinders.
Ah.
Bro, Danny with everything.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was like, Shaq, you do it.
Woo. Yummy,
Look at
yummy.
that stick.
Yummy.
Bro, that beef was so strong.
Lick it now.
Pouring this mixture into this handmade Hessian-like bag allows him to squeeze and extract the sap from the root. The grinding process is then repeated. Lucky for Sandy, he gets to have another turn at grinding.
What happens if you drink too much kava? And if you had like 10 shell,
Then shell?
you must sleep.
No, sometimes it's not like helpful, but sometimes helpful equals to kids. Or when sometimes you want to walk at them.
This squeezing and filtering technique is used a number of times to extract as much of the root as possible without leaving any fibres in there. Apparently the fibres can make your belly quite crook and it's not really good for you. So they first use the Hessian type material and then move to something thinner, and in this case we're using a silk material. Making kava is quite a process, as you can see here, so we were lucky to have a try once it was all finished. The boys did have a few shells, as they call it, and you can ask Shaq how he felt about that.
What are you gonna do?
Big bowl of kava.
Oh, that's a lot of kava. Don't spill it now, you went to lots of effort.
And then in Australia we say cheers. Cheers. Alright guys, that'll be the end of the Millennium Caves. What an awesome experience that was. We've actually had to leave a bunch of people behind because they've gone a bit slow. We need to get back, but they're going to go and come back. But yeah, it's definitely an experience, that's for sure. It ain't for the faint-hearted. And I'll tell you what, these knee band blokes, they don't muck around. He's gone already. These blokes. Yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.